They immediately led the students to try and dig out the meteorite, but when they went down into the cave again, the scene before their eyes left them completely stunned. Around the meteorite, mushroom-shaped fungi had already begun to grow, and the ground was crawling with worms. Lao Bai picked one up with tweezers and discovered that they could only survive in the environment transformed by the meteorite. Once exposed to air, they would suffocate and die. They took a few back for further study and were shocked to find that these creatures could reproduce on their own. If things continued like this, the consequences would be unimaginable. So the two of them immediately drove to the crash site. But to their surprise, the cave had already been sealed off and taken over by the military. Upon entering the camp, Lao Bai found that the commander was actually an old friend of his who had also invited a disease control expert named Xiao Mei. Now deemed useless, the two were driven out and returned to the lab in frustration, only to find that all their previous research had been completely stolen. They had finally reached their breaking point. That night, the two of them disguised themselves as soldiers and sneaked into the base. After seeing the specimens collected by the soldiers, Lao Bai felt that this incident was even more sinister than he had thought. In just a few short hours, the cave had turned into a tropical rainforest. Flowers, trees, and strange new life forms had rapidly evolved. But just then, a giant mosquito landed on Lao He. Its tiny mouth lightly pierced his skin and effortlessly burrowed into his body.